Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with Bitcoin on the lower time frame here for the micro level. Yesterday we saw a pump, of course, a little bit toward the upside, which it was impulsive, but I mentioned that nothing is bullish there. And this is exactly what I meant. Of course, we gonna get, of course, a reversal, a dump from the testing area as expected. WXNY was given as a potential wave 2 here, and of course a perfect fib level taken, and also the perfect fib time as well taking as expected for this wave 2. So therefore, if we are in a potential scenario here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished wave 1, you have already WX and a Y. Finished wave 2, and we dump, of course, towards the downside in 1, 2, 3, currently wave 4, wave 5. We still looking, of course, for lower. Another possibility here might be, of course, the ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 might still be unfolding, of course, for Bitcoin on the 1-hour chart here. In case that you are in a 1, 2, 3 wave 4 given as the 3 waves already, and we're looking here for an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning, of course, the wave 1 can still be finished over there and getting another wave 2 later on, of course, for Bitcoin again. So that means, of course, in this case, we are still looking for lower. The bear market is continuing, of course, towards the downside, and we see, of course, the dump followed directly by an invalidation for this impulse, leaving us with a WX and a Y as expected, of course, for a wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or potential 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5 even is a possibility, since you can somehow count several 1, 2s here. But I'm not going to enter so much in the micro. I'm going to take it always a little bit much more in a macro level, because, of course, we need here to be careful, of course, in what we pick. So basically, on the daily, you can see clearly that we have a finished impulse over there. So you can count clearly a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 on the macro level here. With a daily chart, and that might mean, of course, your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the downside might be unfolding, of course, in our bearish scenario, which is an expanding flat wave C here. The expanding flat wave C is an A, B, and a C moving toward the downside. The wave C should be, of course, an impulse or a diagonal, but in this case, of course, we start with an impulse 1, 2, so potentially the impulse aggressive one might have a possibility here to reach the 70k or around it, 1.618 taken from the A to the B to the C. And that means, of course, this area is your wave 2, of course, for a new bull run to start, of course, around the 70k and moving towards the 200k for Bitcoin after finished wave 1 over there. A, B, and a C expanding flat, very nice bear market, and that because, of course, we never got a bear market in form of expanding flat, giving us the opportunity for new highs, of course, for Bitcoin, knowing that we were moving correctively, but still, of course, a very nice prices. We got 126k here for Bitcoin, and then we, of course, have to correct sooner or later, and that because, of course, the market took or chose an expanding flat because it was not satisfied with this high here for the wave 1. So the correction went for new highs first before an aggressive move. This aggressive move is gonna finish somehow faster than ever for this bear market and move, of course, again very fast towards the upside, towards the 200k for Bitcoin. So these are the possibility for the bearish, the possibility for the bullish here, in case you are in bullish, but very low possibility, and that because it's a very ultimate bullish here, that it might directly move towards the 200k from where we are right now, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 unfinished. The wave 5 is still unfolding as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, A, B, and a C expanding flat, wave 2, and then moving toward the upside. Why very low possibility? Because, of course, as this 1, 2, and 1, 2 there, we start to lose momentum, as you can see, of course, as the things are curving down, and we start to get an impulse, and we still see weakness on the micro level. So the answer is already given on the micro level, that we're still looking for a lower, guys. Despite that, this one 2 here, the wave 2 took the 0.618, which is a perfect target here for wave 2, and we're still ranging it around it, which is make it still possible, but the possibility is very low, guys. Once we take, of course, this low, we invalidate this one too, meaning automatically this one too also is invalidated as well, of course, for this one. So if this 1-2 is invalidated, meaning taking the 886 or taking the low, which is confirmation for bear market 99%, 98k 400. That because once you take this price, there is no bullish scenarios in the pockets anymore. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.